The Southern Tier Regional Economic Development Council began its first year actively engaging the public in all 8 constituent counties. This input helped identify 5 regional strategic objectives designed to create jobs and leverage our assets: energy efficiency and renewable energy technology, transportation industry, the next generation technology and advanced manufacturing, healthcare 2020, revitalize the rural farm and forest-based economy, and economic development backbone. The strategic planning process inspired the creation of 3 unique initiatives. These initiatives, along with support for the expansion of a key industry, were awarded ESD capital funding in CFA Round 1. Establishment of the $3 million Rural Initiative Fund quickly attracted requests for a total of $4.5 million in just the first 4 months. So far, more than $1.7 million has been awarded, leveraging other investments of $5 million and creating 150 jobs. Pending requests total nearly $700,000 and are expected to leverage an additional $6.2 million from other sources. The explosion in demand for Greek-style yogurt has shifted production into overdrive at Sunrise Family Farms in Chenango County. The original 6,000 square foot Norwich plant is now too small, so Sunrise is outfitting this facility nearly 5 times as big in green. $1.3 million in private investment is being leveraged by a $300,000 Rural Initiative loan. The expansion will increase revenue by 50%.
It's allowing us to buy equipment that we believe will be more scalable to our future growth. We are kind of a launching platform for a number of different brands of yogurt, and I think one that probably folks in the state are very familiar with, and that is Alpina. What a lot of people don't know is that Alpina's product development and product right now is being produced by Sunrise Family Farms in Norwich, New York.
And once yogurt production moves to green, other organic dairy product lines will be produced in Norwich, with all milk supplied directly by a growing number of local farms. Meanwhile, in Broome County, the Ockama Family Dairy Farm will soon process some of its own milk. A $45,000 Rural Initiative loan will help launch a new venture, Dutch Hill Creamery and Retail Store, in this large garage. Value-added products will include fluid milk and cheese curd, which will also be sold at local farmers markets and select retailers. On-site processing and sales have always been part of the business plan here at the Damiani Wine Cellars. And soon there will be more to sell. A $200,000 Rural Initiative loan will help the Schuyler County Winery transform 10 acres of idle farmland into vineyards that will supply up to 40 tons of ultra-premium varietal grapes per season. That will allow Damiani to increase production of its high-end wines by 25% and create at least 5 jobs. Grocery shoppers across upstate New York are familiar with the Finger Lakes Fresh brand of produce, some of it grown and all of it washed, sorted, and packaged at Challenge Industries' Finger Lakes Food Hub in Tompkins County. The Food Hub's workers include those who are disabled or have other barriers to employment. A nearly $2 million, 25,000 square foot expansion should create 36 jobs here and increase demand for produce region-wide. Rural Initiative financing includes a $200,000 loan and a $100,000 grant.
With help from the Rural Initiative Fund, we're going to be able to expand this business and bring in farm fresh produce from small local farmers all across the region, package, add value to that product, and then get that back out again to our customers, to our existing distributors. And we're really excited about the possibilities for this business and employing more people in the region.
The expanded Finger Lakes Food Hub will process and package produce for more than 40 independent growers across the region. The Southern Tier's $5 million Community Revitalization Program was funded in CFA Round 1 by a combination of DOT Multimodal and ESD capital funds. To date, more than $4 million has been awarded, leveraging other investments of $9.6 million. Early in the strategic planning process, Hurricane Irene suddenly and urgently magnified the need to revitalize several Southern Tier communities, including Margaretville. The response was swift and reassuring.
We did a call for volunteers just a couple of days ago. We've been overwhelmed by the number of people who said they wanted to come out and help.
And through the Regional Council, New Yorkers kept on helping with a $308,000 community revitalization grant to the MARC project, which leveraged $750,000 in other investment to repair 6 buildings in the hard-hit Cheese Barrel block. Owners of Main Street buildings across Chenango County now have help in the fight against blight. A $250,000 community revitalization grant is funding a new revolving loan program. Qualifying property owners can borrow up to half the cost of facade improvements. One requirement: the repaired buildings must still look much as they did when they were new. The colonial and classical revival styles were common in 1897, the year the Corning City Club was built with elements of both. Rebuilt after a fire as the World War Memorial Library, this historic register property has been vacant for decades, but not for much longer. A $500,000 community revitalization loan is leveraging $800,000 in private investment to build 5 apartments and 1 commercial space here. In downtown Norwich, Commerce Chenango's Economic Development Department is transforming this cavernous former department store into art space with a gallery, instructional areas, photo studio, and retail art supply store. A $200,000 low-interest community revitalization loan will help pay for roof repairs, HVAC upgrades, and asbestos removal, which was the main barrier to private redevelopment. The $2.5 million set aside to meet the region's demand for new shovel-ready sites is being invested in infrastructure development at the 200-acre Airport Corporate Park South in Chenango County and at the 150-acre Wayland Business Park in Steuben County. That state investment is leveraging nearly $5.8 million in private investment. The projects will be the catalysts for the creation of 1,000 permanent jobs and an additional $250 million in private investment. Fostering and promoting emerging technologies is a priority for the Southern Tier. From the lab to the advanced manufacturing floor, healthcare, or the farm, technology will be key to both local economic growth and creating global leadership in key industries. A continuing commitment to innovation has kept Norwich Pharmaceuticals at the cutting edge of its industry for more than a century. This major Chenango County employer is currently expanding its pharmaceutical development capabilities, thanks in part to Excelsior tax credits worth $2 million.
For us, the Excelsior tax credits, it really helped us as far as funding our expansion. We're kind of in the beginning stages of a 5-year expansion plan of millions of dollars. Primarily new construction for areas where we actually make or develop pharmaceuticals. We also are doing a lot of new equipment. So really we handle across the board. The equipment is all sized from very, very small for the bench size, and it steps up as you do development batches, scale-up batches, then registration, clinical batches, all the way to commercial. We now offer all of that capability in-house.
And in a matter of just several months, Norwich Pharmaceuticals met its 5-year goal of hiring an additional 27 professional and technical employees. In its first year, the Southern Tier Council learned to capitalize on our region's strengths and leverage its resources. In year 2, we have a firm and dedicated focus on innovation in energy systems, in new transportation technology, and in research to improve the productivity of our farms, as well as finding better ways to deliver health care to people in rural areas. Plus, wherever possible, university-industry collaborations, all of which will continue to create measurable results.